Okay, let's go ahead and get started with our first word problem. As you can see, I've already done some circling, but let's go ahead and read it together. You put $500 into a certificate of deposit for 6 years. The interest rate is 4.5%. What is the amount of interest that you earned? What is your balance after 6 years? Okay, so we're going to use I equals PRT or I party to solve this problem. Now, my principal, the amount of money that I put in is $500. So you guys, this is just a plug and chug problem. So I'm going to plug in $500 for principal. Now for rate, that's 4.5%. They always give the rate as a percent. However, remember, when we multiply percents, we actually have to turn them into decimals. So 4.5% actually turns into 0.045, take off the percent sign, to 0.045 or 45 thousandths. T stands for time, and that is always in years. So luckily, they already told us it's for 6 years, so we're just going to multiply a 6 here. Okay, so I'm going to use the commutative property 500 times 6 because I know that is 3,000. 500 times 6 is 3,000 times 0.045. I can multiply in any order I want because of the commutative property. So 3,000 times 0.045. Okay, so 0, 0, 0, 15, 0, 0, 0, 12, and then I also get 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, so 0, 0, 0, 5, 3, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. My answer is 135. Okay, so I make $135 in interest. So that answers my first question. The next question is, what is my balance after 6 years? So my balance after 6 years is going to be the principal of $500 plus the interest that I made of $135. That equals $635. That is my balance. So not bad for just putting money in the bank and letting it work for me. Yay. Okay, so this is an example of us putting money in the bank. Now we're going to use an example of us borrowing money. So you may have remembered me talking about Miss Lluch going to Hawaii and spending $5,000 and leaving $4,000 left on my credit card. So let's go ahead and figure out if I'm able to pay those $4,000 in a month, how much interest I owe. Okay, so once again, we're going to use I equals PRT. Okay, my principal is the $4,000. That's how much I ended up borrowing because I was able to pay 1,000 of it before, remember? And then my interest is going to be 8%, but again, I have to change that percent to a decimal, so it's going to be 0.08. And then 1 month. Now, T stands for time, but I think I mentioned earlier that that's always in years. So what 1 month is, if I put the number 1 for 1 month, that's actually going to be read as a year. So for 1 month, I am going to actually put 1 over 12. Why? Because 1 month is 1/12 of a year. Okay, so now I'm going to multiply. I'm going to just go 4,000 times 0.08, and that gives me 0, 0, 0, 32, 1, 2. So 320 times 1/12. Okay, so 320 times 1/12. I'm going to do side work again if you don't mind. I'm going to put 320 over 1 times 1/12 because that's exactly what this is. And I know I can divide this by 4, cross cancel. So that's going to be 3. That's going to be 80. And then I'm going to get 80 over 3. Okay. So 80 over 3. Now, that is not, remember, I'm trying to figure out interest. That's a fraction, but I need it to be in money, right? It needs to be money. So I'm going to turn this into a decimal. So 80 divided by 3. That goes in there 2 times 6206 18. I'm going to have to add some decimals here. 2. Okay, it looks like it's going to keep going, and I'm going to get my interest rate is approximately, or my interest that I pay, not the interest rate. The interest rate was 8%. The interest is approximately $26.67. So I have to pay that amount just for borrowing the money for 1 month. 1 month. Can you imagine if I had to do it all year? Okay, crazy. So that's interest. My balance at the end of the month is going to be the $4,000. Hold on, let me write balance. Is the $4,000 I borrowed plus $26.67. So I owe the credit card company $4,026.67. Is that, can you see that? Let me make it more clearer. $4,026.67. So guys, that's only after 1 month. And 8% is not a bad interest rate for a credit card. So that is why on the top of my picture, I draw myself. I say, should have saved. Should have saved those money. It looks like I'm wearing a turtle shell out there on the beach. Oh well, hope that was fun. Okay, let's keep going. Finding an interest rate. So here's a interesting problem. It says you buy a savings bond worth $350. Okay. After 6 months, the bonds are worth $364. What is the interest rate? Okay, this is quite the problem. So I started with $350 and now I have $364. So my first step here, it seems as though they want us to find the interest rate. Excuse me. Excuse me. My first step, I'm going to write I equals PRT. Okay, so if they want us to find the interest rate, that means that R is going to be staying the same, staying right there, because we don't know it yet. That's going to be our unknown. The principal is 350. The time, 6 months, well, 6 months is half a year. I'm going to use 0.5 because 0.5 is equal to half a year. Okay, so far I've been able to plug in the principal, which is $350, the rate, which is, no, actually I didn't plug in the rate. The rate remains unknown, and 0.5 for half a year, which is the 6 months. Now, they told us that we have $364 now. Well, that is not the interest. Remember, that's the balance. So let's figure out how much interest we made. 364 minus 350, that is $14. All right, so we made interest of $14 after 6 months. So now we got to find R. All right, this is how we're going to do this. Okay, once we get the numbers plugged in, we just need to do some multiplying and dividing. So we're going to multiply, commutative property says that we can multiply these together. So 350, because we can multiply in any order. Okay, so, oh no, that's right. Okay, half a year. So that's 0, 5, 25. Okay, so I have 175 here. 175 R. So R stays there. 14 stays the same. So now what do you think I'm going to do? I need to get R by itself. So I'm going to divide both sides by 175. This will cancel out and give me R. So now I just need to solve this. 14 divided by 175. I'll do that over here. So 14 in the division sign, 175 outside. I'm going to add some zeros here. 175 goes into 140 0 times. Bring down another 0. 175 into 1400. Okay. Whew, that's going to take some thinking. It's not going to be 10, obviously. I don't think it's 9. Let's try 8. Oh, yay! I love it when a plan works out. Okay, and then we bring down another 0. 175 goes in there. 0. Okay, so we're safe. It's just plain old 0.08. So the rate is 0.08. But remember, rates are percents. So the final answer is R equals 8%. So that savings bond gives you a rate of 8%. And we found that by plugging in our numbers and solving for R. Last problem. This problem, they want us to find time. So once again, I'm going to use I equals PRT or I party. And again, all you need to do is plug in numbers. They give us the interest, which is 9. They give us the principal, which is 450. They give us the rate, which is 4%, but we're going to actually turn that into 0.04 for this because we got to turn it into a decimal. And then t is going to just stay t because we're finding time. We don't know that. Okay, so then 9 equals 450 times 0.04. 2. So that's 18t. Now I divide both sides by 18 to get t by itself. 9 over 18 is 0.5 t. So t equals half a year, or we could call that 6 months. Uh-oh. I got some marker on my dining table. And there you have it. So these are some ways that you can use I equals PRT or I par T, this equation to solve interest, principal, rate, time. You can find all of those things using the interest equation. Okay, have a good day.